guess no one should be eating this late, but I'm still trying to like fight late night eating cravings. I never used to be like this, but now I am. Welcome to the world of adulting. I had to lower the gain on my mic because the background noise is so crazy. Like, it's so bad. I don't even know what's running. I guess this is really truly the downside of like an apartment complex. Anyway, I was watching Indian Matchmaker. What are you watching on Netflix? Okay, this is what I'm watching on Netflix. I'm watching Indian Matchmaker, and I'm watching the Queen Charlotte because I'm a big Bridgerton fan. Now I have to say it's got such a slow start. I'm still slowly starting. I'm struggling to slow start with it. It's so slow. Or maybe I was just like in a busy mind frame and mood, but it's just so slow. And then the Indian Matchmaking, I kind of enjoyed that one. It's just kind of like a go-to. I wanted to ask, what are your opinions on matchmaking, you guys? I think most of us come from cultures where it's not that common, and now with like Tinder and other like social media apps, you get to kind of matchmake for yourself, right? The Indian community, some of it have found ways of doing it like this, you know. I heard that Auntie Sima goes for like $30,000 or whatever for her to match you with somebody. So all those people you're seeing on the show, I think that matchmaking will always be something that's very popular among the upper class. You know, they consider it a joining of family unions, but when they say family unions, they mean money. You have to kind of preserve the status that the family has come to. I think that matchmaking in the old school way actually makes sense. Now, I don't think my family, like, I think that my family could have potentially picked a partner for me that would have made sense. So here's the thing, you know, as someone who's been in a long-term relationship, oh my god, it's finally quiet. Let me increase the gain. Okay. I was saying that for someone who's been in a long-term relationship, you come to understand that a lot of things that people think matter in relationships, they help, but they matter minimally. It's funny because what makes a relationship last a long time is being content, right? But when you love someone and you pick your own person, when there is what they call a love match, which I think it's just also known as chemistry, when there's a vibe and there's chemistry, and that chemistry does not come with like antagonizing and fighting and any toxicity, so you get a clean patch of chemistry. I think that's it. It's chemistry, which I think is the love thing that we call love, that feeling. And then there is the relationship pieces, right? The similarity in principles and values and things like that. So the real tough questions that people fight about: how would you like to deal with your in-laws? How would you like to raise your kids? How would you like to handle money? How would you like to live on a daily? What are your values? What are your morals? What do you want to put into your kids? How do you do things? You know, now those hard things, because they are, I think, sometimes harder, those hard things are the things that recognize me, who had generally positive characteristics, and instead of looking for someone who would work for me, I picked someone who was similar to me. Because I think that most of us in relationships, we end up with people who are similar to our family. The most important part of that is to pick family members who you appreciate, like who you get along with, right? So if you have a toxic relationship with your parents and you pick someone who's like your parents, it's a setup, right? You kind of have to look around your life and say, who was a positive person in my life, and then who did I have chemistry with? Because that's so important, the kind of people you have chemistry with. So I'll give a very funny, like, I'll tell a little bit about my personal, like, relationship. Is that I am a very, like, maybe extroverted person compared to the people around me, but the person who I'm very close to the most is my sister. We're very close, twin sister, and I realized early on that I was going to be drawn to someone who was a bit more introverted than I was, because I get along with my twin sister very well. I mean, we can live in the same house for months and never have a problem. We don't argue about anything. We just have a good rhythm. And so I already knew, okay, someone who's a bit introverted, that's my jam. And you know, someone who's easygoing, someone who can listen to me and understand where I'm coming from and give me the grace, and also someone who will take care of me. One thing about my sister is that I remember in high school, she used to do my assignments for me if I was running late, that kind of taking care. So I knew I would need a spouse who has the ability to take care of me, as in step in for me and do things for me when I wasn't managing, which happens, I guess, in life. But that was what I knew I needed. But I also knew that I didn't have chemistry with my sister, right? Like, even though she is my person and we get along, it wasn't easy. It wasn't an easy rhythm of like laughing and kicking and getting along. Like, we're not the best of friends. We get along great. We're the best housemates, the best siblings, but maybe not like the best of friends. Like, if I was looking for a good time, whatever. So I knew I needed someone who's steady, who's calm, but I also knew I needed somebody who was more conversational. So I need someone who wasn't mostly an introvert. I would need someone who was an introvert, but not absolutely an introvert. And my partner now is someone who is very much a people person, in small groups, you know, in very big places. He's gonna step away from the platform, but in like small little one-on-ones, very conversational, very fun to be around everything, and we'll work a room at a party, but will not be the life of the party. And I think that's like a good balance. Now, I think that some of my family members could have easily found people who could have found that balance for me. My sisters could have easily found that balance for me. I think even my mom and my cousins and some of my other family members could have found that balance for me. But the part that each person has to really speak for themselves is the physical attraction. You're the one who has to decide if you're physically attracted to someone. You're the one who has to actually look at someone and be like, I like them. So I think that matchmaking marries those things, and it guarantees you a successful match. Not guarantees you, but it guarantees you a better match, because you get to give a lot of support as you go into a union, and also you know from jump that this other person is interested in what you are interested in, which is getting married, right? Which is what I love about the matchmaking concept. Now, sometimes I see people on these matchmaking things who are honestly not ready. And I think that's where shows like Love is Blind and blah 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 and all these other TV shows that do matchmaking, where they fumble the most, is that, guys, some people are just not ready, and you can tell. And what you can't do is make someone who's not ready. Secondly, you cannot make someone who has an attraction to somebody else or doesn't have a physical attraction grow a physical attraction. Not So yes, I was saying, but I think in today's world we have so many options, it's impossible to really get people to like commit to someone that they're not, to let the physical chemistry grow, because the options to be with someone you're also physically attracted to is endless. And here's the thing, some people need that little feeling of autonomy to say, I chose this person, I am physically attracted to this person. They need that feeling that it was meant to be, it was fate for them to hold on in a relationship and for them to be faithful. But what I will say is, being faithful in marriages shouldn't be, everybody says it, but I think in the beginning, everybody needs that in the beginning phase, because it's the romantic story that we've been told. People think that people who are old and ugly, I don't know how we think people who are not what they say. I don't know how we think that people who are older or who we think are not attractive to us at a certain age, how they're doing out there when it comes to like romance and sex and love. They're getting some. They have a good life and they're enjoying their life. So I think that it's just like a blind spot that we've created, that sexuality, sensuality, romance is gonna be linked to how you physically present yourself, like how you look physically. I don't think that's real. I don't think that's realistic. But I understand how it can be reinforcing at the beginning of a relationship. So having someone you're physically attracted to helps, but it doesn't make a relationship. Oh, it doesn't make a marriage. Because if there's one thing that anybody and everybody who has been in a long-term relationship can guarantee, it's change. Change is the only constant, okay? And love has to conquer every change. Okay, honestly, this spring is like, I don't know, I can't wait for summer. I am so dry. Like, could you guys hear how dry my hands were? My fingers, my hands are so dry, and I think all the moving stuff, and I've been driving a different vehicle than I typically drive, so I literally have I don't know what you call them, like blisters. Yeah, blisters. Like they're very like mild blisters, but I have one right here. It's very mild. It's feeling more like a callus and less like a big blister. Okay, I think I realized something. I think my upstairs neighbor goes to shower around this time, so, or it's the AC or whatever running, I'm not sure, but I think they shower at this time, so I'm gonna try and, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try and get up before sunrise to record in the future and see if that works. Honestly very ambitious, I would say. I feel like I need to go for a manicure. My birthday is coming up pretty soon. Should I do a birthday wish list? Should I share with you guys my birthday wish list? I usually do a small birthday wish list for my family, just so I don't have to think too hard about what I want for my birthday. It's never anything crazy. Maybe like when I come up with it or I compile it, we can do that together, right? We can compile my birthday wish list together, and then you guys can tell me what you guys like or what's on your birthday wish list and things like that. Always good to get a good idea of what other people like. It might like inspire you. It might inspire me. Okay. And right now my plan for my birthday is to go jet skiing. I did it last year and I'm gonna try to do it again this year, but the place that I want to go to starts on Memorial Day, so I don't actually know how I'm going to beat that, you know. Memorial Day thing, or how we're gonna be able to be guaranteed jet skis. Because I want to go with like a group of friends, family and friends, so there'll be a lot of us there, and it's 3 hours away, so it's really gonna be our little Memorial Day weekend celebration. Okay.